Okay, it's Tammy B, and I'm back again with another video. This video here is really near and dear to me. This one is talking. Well, let me kind of go back over what we've already talked about. We talked about what is it to be a 1099 independent contractor, being a substitute teacher. We talked about that in my first video. The second video, I explained to you how to get started on the apps. I used the scenario of UpKid, and then I used Cititree on how to get started applying to those apps and the steps that you need to take. And then the third video, we talked about getting approved for your first shift and going up and showing out at that shift and what you need to do and to be compliant. But this one here, I want to talk about because this one here will make and break you on these apps. It's about cancellations. Okay. It's about cancellations. Okay, I'm going to make this here as an example. Say, for instance, like you took a shift and you took a long term shift, right? Okay, and that center hired you. They're not going back looking to see, they're expecting you to come those 2 weeks. They're not going back looking to say, okay, if I hired you, I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going outside looking to see if you're coming. I'm not going to constantly check the app to see if you're here. You are your own independent contractor. You are working for you. So, therefore, you should show up. Do you know how inconvenient it is for someone to be looking for someone and they don't show up? It's very disheartening. And it grieves me when it happens to sinners because they're sitting up there and they're waiting. They have all these children in there. But you're the independent contractor said, this is what I want to do, but you don't show up. And let me tell you another thing that really irks me too as well. We get on these apps. I'm just fussing today. We get on these apps and then we go on there and we say some of the silliest things. The reason why you can't show up. You get on there and you say something like, "This some things that I've heard, I've seen with my own eyes. I can't come because I'm on my cycle." Who gives a flip about your cycle? Nobody cares. "I can't come because my brother was sick." Nobody cares. These centers, these are businesses. They don't have time to play around with somebody that's negligent, don't want to show up. Nobody has time for that. So guess what that's going to do to you? It's going to drop your ratings bad. Because guess what? Once you build yourself up and you got a 10, your score is a 10. So guess what? Centers go in there and they looking because they're looking at your availability. They're looking at your reliability score. And that 10 is on there. So they're going like, okay, yeah, I'll take up. This person here showing up. They're not missing no shifts. They're taking up. They're responsible. So we're going to hire that person. So guess what? Time you get that shift, you show up one day. The second day you decide, oh, I'm not going. I'm not going. So then you cancel on that shift. Guess what it's going to do to your reliability score? Maybe it's going to drop it down to a 7 or 6. And guess what? You got to work hard to build it back up. And guess what those centers do? If you don't show up to the second day of that shift, I'm telling you this because this is this is very dear to me. You don't take, you because you're not holding yourself accountable. You decide that okay, I'm not going to work that second day. They can go in and say, okay, this person here signed up for my job and they came one day and they're not coming the second day. I want to block them from my app. So you know what? You cannot even apply for any more of those shifts for that center. And guess what? Your rating is going to be so low. Guess what? You're not going to see all the jobs that's there because you reneged on your promise. So this is very dear to me because I was once on the end of a center when I was seeing after my sister. And I was expected to have this day off, and I hired this person to come in, and they didn't show up. I was pissed off because guess what it did to me? It threw off all of my plans, right? And guess what? I had to work that shift. And I was pissed because people are not responsible. So you do that on this app, on the UpKid app, they will drop your reliability score, baby, and it's going to be hard trying to build it back up. Now, let me tell you about Tree. They're a little different, okay? Okay, Tree, you cancel once you commit to a job, right? And you hire one, that starts the process right there. You decide, okay, I'm getting up. I took this shift, but guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and cancel it because I'm not going. Guess what? They charging you $10. It depends. I think the price goes up. It depends. If it's last minute, I think it could be $32 or something like that. But they charge you $10. Let's say for if just say for instance, I know this for a fact. If today is Monday, I take a shift, I'm hired, but I don't have to be there till Friday. But I decide Tuesday, I'm not going Friday. Guess what? They're gonna charge me 10 bucks, maybe more than that. Maybe more than that. And guess what? You got to pay that before you can apply for any other shift on that app. So you see where I'm going with this? It's very serious. If you're trying to go in, I wouldn't work the app if you're not serious about it. Because guess what? These centers, this is businesses. And they need reliable bodies. Reliable bodies that's going to engage with the children, right? Protect the children, see after them, because parents are rooting for these centers. And guess what? They got cameras everywhere. Okay? Okay, now, another thing that I want to talk about is these things right here. You can do without this for a while, okay? You're going into these centers. How can you look out for children and you own the darn phone? How could you do it? Put it away. Some centers now, you can't even bring this in their centers. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't want you to come in my center and I'm paying you XYZ to sit there on the phone. Heck no. Put this thing away. Leave it in your car. You don't have to have it. You can do without it. Okay? So, that's one thing. When you're going in, you'll be surprised at the things I've seen. People go in, they get their cell phones, children running around, they on their cell phones like this. That's unacceptable, guys. That's unacceptable. That's not the role for you. If you're that type of person, this is not the job for you. Please don't sign up on those apps. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not good. A child can go in there and really seriously get hurt because you're neglecting them at this point because you're not seeing after them. With children, you got to have eyes here, side. You got to be looking around. You got to make sure things are in order and on point. Okay? Okay. I had to come back with this video. I had to because it was near and dear on my heart. It is so important that if you say you're going to do something, do it. If you know you're not going to work this app, if you're just doing it for the money, don't even sign up. And you don't like children, don't sign up on the app. Don't do that. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. It's really, I really do care about people. And I care about people, children, all that. I just don't like to see people being mistreated. Okay? Because these centers, they pour their hearts out. And I hate to get calls. So I'm not going to tell you what I do. I hate to get the calls and they say, such and such and such and such stayed on their phone all day. And then they send me a picture. You know how disheartening it is? It's so disheartening. Parents pay so much money to these centers for their children to be cared for. And then they bring somebody off the street because that's what it is. It looks like it's somebody off the street just coming for a check. Okay? We got to do better. We got to do better. If you know this is not the job for you, if you're just going to work it for a check, then don't do it. Do it because you care. Do it because you want to help. Do it because you love and you have a passion for it. Okay? So I just wanted to come back with that because you don't know how. That's so. It's so heart wrenching to me when people don't show up. And you know what? If you take a shift on Monday and you know you got to be there Tuesday at 8 o'clock, There is no way on God's green earth that you should be late for that. Late. That's another thing that centers get teed off about when you late, especially when you have accepted that shift in a timely manner. Then you need to be on time. When I took my shifts, I was serious about it. Okay, I took my shifts. I did it for the whole week. I knew where I was going. ABC, EFG over here on this day. Guess what? If I had to be there at 8 o'clock, I left out my house at 7 because I want to pull up on the lot 30 minutes early, okay? Because I like to take my coffee sometime. And I sit in the car and I got to get my mind together. So when I go in here, I want to make sure I'm on point, okay? I took it seriously. So I took it so seriously, guess what? They wanted me to be on staff. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to be on staff because the reason I took this type of gig work because I want flexibility. So that's why I did that. So I would go in. I was on time before time. I didn't go in too early. I went in maybe like 10. If it's a new school I've never been to, then I might go in maybe like 10 minutes till so they can give me instruction and know that I'm there. If I need to sit and wait, then guess what? I can sit and wait. And then once I'm ready, I can clock in. I will talk about clocking in and all that stuff later, but this here is more dear to me. These last minute cancellation and these silly excuses why you're not coming. I'm not coming because okay, I had a flat tire. That can happen. But if you have a flat tire, you still got this phone right here. Go in the back. You've already once you sign up with a center, you already have access to that center. You can always communicate with them and let them know what's going on. Okay? Now, UpKid don't play when it comes to cancellations. They don't play. Okay. No shows. Oh, you might as well just don't log back on. Okay. If you're a no show, you going off the app. Okay. We do it. It's closed up. Okay. It's unacceptable. You can't work an app like that. You know, we gotta be more accountable. We have to hold ourselves accountable. That's why it's called independent contractor. You working for yourself. You're showing up for yourself. You are going in building these relationships for yourself. You're just working through a app. Okay. That's what it is. So you can't call these people on this app and talking about this and that. No, you're accountable for you. You paying your own taxes. Okay? Okay. I'm going to end that right here. I don't want to go take it too long. I want to go too far on it because it's near and dear to me and I get a little mad about it because I see all the little stupid comments that people reason they can't go because of this and because I threw and this is another one. I threw up last night. Nobody gives a flying monkey whether you threw up last night. Nobody cares about that. Now, if you're sick, that's another thing. Just say I'm not feeling well and leave it be. They don't have to know that you threw up. That's not even. It's just unprofessional. I don't want to know you threw up. I don't want to know that you're on your cycle. I don't want to know these things. Nobody cares. I'm in business. I'm in business. I got to take care of these children. Okay, that's what they think. We don't want to know that. If you're ill and it's something that the children can catch, understandable. Just say I'm ill and I don't want to pass what I'm feeling to the children. Just end it there. Stop telling everything. Everything is not to be explained or told. Nobody cares. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here because I'm going too far. Okay, well, anyway, thank you for watching. Share this video and come on, subscribe to me. Come on, give me a chance. Thank you all for watching, and you all have a good night, a good day, wherever this video may find you. Bye bye.